Good afternoon, friends. I'm Dr. Jagdeep Singh. Today we will try to understand what is inventory. So inventory is meaning, types of inventory, and importance and functions of inventory. So maybe we can break it down in two videos. So let's start. What is inventory? Inventory refers to the goods and materials held by the business for purpose of resale or use in the production of goods. It represents the asset that a company intends to sell to generate revenue or the raw materials and work in progress items used in the production process. It is categorized as current asset on company's balance sheet. It can be intangible or tangible, right? Intangible inventory is explained in next slide. Maybe before that, we should try to understand. Inventory refers to all the items, goods, merchandise, and materials held by a business for selling in the market to earn profit. For example, if newspaper vendor uses a vehicle to deliver newspapers to the customers, only the newspaper will be considered inventory. The vehicle will not be treated as an inventory, correct? Why? Because that vehicle is used just for delivering the newspaper. So newspaper will be considered as the inventory. Now, we need to understand what is intangible inventory. Intangible inventory refers to the non-physical assets that are not visible but have economic value. Here are some examples of intangible inventory. You could see here patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, licenses, franchise agreements, brand equity, and goodwill, right? So what is patent? So these are the example of intangible inventory, right? So patent, what is patent? So exclusive rights granted to an inventor, whomsoever who is inventing something, right? For a specific period to prevent others from making, using, or selling the invention without permission. So this is called patent. What is trademark? It's a symbol, design, word, or logo that distinguishes a firm's goods and services from others. What is copyright? It is exclusive rights granted to the creator or owner of work such as music, books, arts, etc. Right? What is trade secrets? Any confidential business information that involves a competitive advantage to the company. Example, formula, process, design, or pattern. I could take an example of Coca-Cola. When Coca-Cola entered into India, they had a trade secret with government of India. So they are paying some amount to the government of India for protection of that trade secrets, right? So this is one of the example. Maybe examples you could see here: formula, process, design, and patterns. Anything could be the trade secrets. Now licenses. Maybe example software licenses, right? Intellectual property licenses. So any licenses you can see. Franchise agreements between franchisors and franchisee for the right to operate a business using a specific model or branding, right? So maybe a specific model and branding both can be utilized under this franchise agreement. Now, what is brand equity? Brand equity, value of a brand based on customer perception, loyalty, and ability to impact profits. So this is called brand equity. And brand equity definitely have some values. Why? Because if suppose any Hindustan Unilever, right? They have got different brands, right? So they will have brand value in the market based on that perception only, or loyalty only, that customers are buying their products, right? So this is how. And goodwill. Goodwill refers to the excess of purchase prices over the fair market value of a business. It is a reputation and customer loyalty that the business has built over time. So this is how. These are all intangible inventories. Now, inventory in service industry. In the service industry, since there is no exchange of physical stock, The inventory is mostly intangible in nature. Therefore, inventory in service industry includes mostly the steps before completing a sale. For example, for research consultancy firm, the inventory consists of all the information collected for a project. Second example you can see here, hotel industry, like vacant rooms, transportation, maybe hotel under hotel industry example, we can see the vacant rooms, that is called inventory, right? In transportation industry also, if suppose uh, uh, any bus service is there and that seats are vacant, that is also one of the inventory, right? In airline industry, if in aircraft, if seats are vacant, that is also one of the inventory, right? And that is perishable. If suppose flight takeoffs and some seats are vacant, that will be perishable. So it cannot be utilized, right? So it will be loss of company. Now, we need to understand what types of inventory exists, right? So types of inventory. So you could see here a raw material inventory, work in progress inventory, finished goods or finished product inventory, maintenance, repair, operations inventory, that is called in short MRO inventory, right? And buffer stock inventory, consignment inventory, and NPM inventory, that is non-production material inventory. So let's understand one by one. So what is raw material inventory? Example, raw material inventory, a company that makes t-shirts has component that includes fabric, threads, dyes, and paints, print designs, right? So these all things are under raw material inventory used for production purposes. So work in progress inventory and raw material inventory both are used for production purposes only, right? What is work in progress inventory? For example, WIP called work in progress inventory and raw materials or component inventory, right? So this is work in progress inventory. Now coming to finished good or finished product inventory. This is basically final products that are uh, uh, after manufacturing. So manufacturer, they are making maybe mobile phones, laptops, or maybe FMCG company, they are making soaps or toothpaste, etc. Or any other company, they are making some finished good products, right? So these are for sales purposes only. Now, MRO, maintenance, repair, and operations inventory. As name suggests, that is used for maintenance, repair, and operations for the machinery or to ensure that the manufacturing is running smooth or transportation is running smooth, whatever it is, right? So maintenance or repair purpose, this is used for maintenance and repair purposes only. For example, tools, spare parts, safety equipment, and cleaning equipment or cleaning supplies necessary to maintain and repair equipment, etc. Right? So this is how. Buffer stock inventory. This is buffer stock inventory and consignment inventory. These both inventories are special or a specific purposes inventory. So buffer inventory, basically this is also called buffer stock inventory, that is used in the situation where the high demand or that demand is fluctuating, right? So we are using that buffer stock, right? Consignment inventory, that is also one of the specific or special purpose inventory. That inventory will be uh, uh, sold by a maybe retailer or and that manufacturer or trader, they will keep that inventory to the retailer, and retailer will sell that inventory, and upon selling that inventory, that whatever revenue comes, he will return back to the trader or manufacturer after deduction some amount. That amount may be in percentage or as whatever agreed between the trader, manufacturer, and uh, retailer, right? So this is how. And other kind of inventory is non-production inventory. Non-production inventory, basically this inventory is directly not involved in production. However, that is required to to run the operation, business operation, like packaging materials, like boxes, tapes, labels, etc. That is also one of the NPM inventory. Also, administration, they are using like pen, pencil, papers, and other things that is also required to run the smooth operation. So these are different kind of inventories, right? So in next video, we will try to understand something else. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.